In this video, we're going to look at doubling an employee or having double visits for 2 employees. To start this process, we are going to go and look for the schedule of a particular employee. So I'm going to search for my first employee who already has the visit or the visits, and we're looking at doubling their visits for Friday. So I'll click onto Friday so we can just see the day, one day in the view. Okay, so on Friday morning, this staff member has 4 visits, and we have another staff member who is going to be doubling with them for the day. Now, there's 2 steps to this process, I guess. The first one is indicating on the original visits that they are now going to be to attend visits. So I can do that one by one by going into the visits. Oops. And we're changing that priority code from whatever it is to the by 2 version. So this was critical, and I'm going to change it to critical by 2 and save those changes. Doing some conflict checking here and saying okay. And that's updated the status of this visit to a by 2 visit. And the same with the next one. So basically you just continue this process until every visit that you are doubling the client, the employees on have now got the by 2 priority code. The reason that we do this is when the nurses look at their phones or the care staff look at their phones, they can actually see the priority code of the visit. And if it's a by 2, it indicates that someone else is attending, and then also the need to actually attend the visit at the scheduled time. Because the last thing we would want is to have a by 2 visit and have one person coming at the start of the window and the next person coming at the end of the window. Okay, I'll just pop this one through and I will show you how to do it on these 3 visits. So the next step is creating the schedule for the second employee. And to do that, we're just going to utilise this quick visit option at the top of the screen. I'll move this aside a little bit. At the top it says the employee name, but we're going to change this employee name to the employee who's going to be doubling with this visit. So when I clicked onto the ellipsis button, it's opened up the employee search and I can see that the last name column is highlighted. I'm going to do a Control F search and put in my employee's surname. So I'm now booking for Direct Care 10. The next thing I need to do is duplicate the pattern of visits over here in these visit lines. The very first visit I can see is for Rosemary Hayes. So I'm going to use the ellipsis button to search for Rosemary. Putting in her surname. And what have we got? 2 Hayes. Let's just scroll across. Rosemary, interesting. Rosemary is a male. Training environment. Okay, the next thing I need to do is put through the episode details. The start time of the visit, which should be exactly the same as the start time as the visit for the other staff member. So I'm going to put that in at 7:45. And the stop time, again, I'm just duplicating what's already there. The duration will populate based on the start and stop time. Now, the next thing I need to do is actually put in a bill service code. So the bill service code for the original visit will be different to the double visit because it will be a double non-chargeable. This client is a CHSP funded client, and so for a double non-chargeable visit for them is going to be an NNCO1. Now, I've just used my billing table to access that information, and the billing tables are available for you through the LibGuides. So there we have it, the client's name, the episode, start and stop time, duration, and our doubling bill service code. I'm going to add the next line, and now I'm going to repeat that process with the next client. So now I've got Bruce Irvine, and I'm going to search for Bruce using the ellipsis button. It is exactly the same process all over again. Look for Bruce. I really should move these columns along. It will save me quite a bit of time. There's Bruce there. Episode information is the CHSP episode. Start and stop time, again, I am just replicating what is already there. Bill service code. Being a CHSP client, it's going to be the same as it was for Rosemary. And I can add a new line. And the next line, I'm going in to put go and search for John Lane. Control F again, entering in his surname. Actually, before I do, let me show you what I was talking about before. So you may have noticed that I've been scrolling across to find the client's first name. I am going to drag this first name column right along and actually have it next to my last name. It's going to be a lot easier to search. Back into the last name column again. I'll do a Control F search under the name of Lane. And now I can actually see John's name at the start rather than scrolling across. Okay, select John Lane. Here's funder. And you guessed it, the start and stop times again. So 9:50 till 10:50. Now you may or may not have noticed that I am not punctuating these times at all. I'm just writing the time exactly, just numerically. Procure will automatically put that detail in for me. So we've got a 1 hour long visit there. Here's CHSP. So again, our bill service code, pretty plain and simple, NCO1 again. Okay. Now there is another step that I haven't put in. I'm just going up to the top where it says display, and I'm going to choose sort fields. What I want to display here is the priority code. So I'm going to click into priority code. There's a few different reasons that we can use this display feature. Another really beneficial one here is this comments field that allows you to write comments in for your quick visits. But at the moment, I'm just choosing priority code, and I'll say OK. And now I have got the priority code area for each of these visits. If I go into the drop-down box, I can now choose the appropriate priority. So C by 2 for the first visit, H by 2 for the second, C by 2 for the third. Booked in for Friday, the 22nd of December for Care 10. I've got the visits in place. I'm going to say OK now and book all of those visits. And they've now been applied to the employee and the client schedule. I can show you, demonstrate that. We'll just click onto Rosemary's name, click through to her schedule. And what I'm about to see for Friday is that Rosemary is double booked. Let's just click on that time. Come on. Okay, and I can see here, 7:45 on Friday, Rosemary has 2 people attending.